Hi, my name is Hunter Hurst, and today we will discuss the Second Amendment, what it exactly is, and also the limitations and guidelines of the Second Amendment. First off, let's describe what exactly the Second Amendment is. The Second Amendment is the right for every American individual to own and purchase firearms, with on their person and also in their house. Now, is there a limit of how many firearms you can have in your house? No. Obviously, my family knows that. Also, holding a gun weapon on your person has been declared legal within the past year that anyone may carry a holstered weapon firearm on their hip without a permit. Also, with my profession I'm going into is the police department, law enforcement. Do I exactly want regular everyday people to be walking down the street with a holstered weapon as I'm patrolling? No. However, I do know that they have to go through three different steps to be able to carry that firearm. Number one, they have to be 21. Number two, they must not have a felony on their record. And number three, they must also go through a background check from the person that they purchased the firearm from. And it must be registered by the NRA. Speaking of registered weapons by the NRA, in 2012 there was 3.1 million weapons registered by the NRA, of which 488,000 were machine guns, and a few other odds and ends also were grenades. Wow, you say grenades? Who in their right mind would own a grenade to keep it in their house? I do not know. However, the purpose of this speech is to inform you just what exactly the Second Amendment is without you just assuming what you see and read off TV from people that don't exactly know what it is themselves. Also, you hear people every day say, let's get rid of the Second Amendment. Let's just completely get rid of it, no questions asked. And then you hear the person say, well, let's just diminish the Second Amendment. Let's just make it to where you can only have handguns and no assault weapons. No assault weapons? Well, would you declare an assault weapon? An assault weapon to a regular anybody would be somebody walks into the convenience store with a baseball bat, hits everybody in the face with it. That was an assault weapon. So what are we going to take baseball bats away? No. Somebody walks in with a baseball, with a bucket of baseballs, just throws and hits everybody right in the face. That is not an assault weapon. I'm sorry. Above are three pictures, sorry if you cannot see them, of assault weapons. One is a borderline assault weapon, which would be the 223 semi-automatic rifle. Depending on what you declare an assault weapon, I know by a federal website I looked up, an assault rifle is declared fully automatic and medium to high powered. So anything lower than medium powered is not declared an assault rifle. Next, you have the 22 replica of the 223 or the AR-16. It is merely just dressed up. It is a 22 caliber rifle. It is single fire, as in, well, not single fire. I guess you could technically call it semi-automatic if you pump the trigger fully automatic. If you pump the trigger hard enough, fast enough, depends. However, it is definitely considered low power, not an assault rifle. Third picture, you have two weapons. At first glance, you look at them and say, that's an assault rifle, I can tell. Oh, well, how can you tell? There's no way you can tell. Well, I mean, you see there's no orange at the tips. They look just like this. They're set up the same. Yeah, that's an assault rifle. In fact, I think that's a high-powered assault rifle. No, this is an airsoft rifle from Walmart. Somebody just gladly took off the orange tips, and voila, there's your assault rifle. So, what exactly do we do when somebody says, let's take away assault rifles in the Second Amendment? Well, that just leaves way, way, way too much gray area to be taken away out of the everyday life of an American individual. So that is why I believe we should not mess with the Second Amendment, because it would just really open up a whole other can of worms for other people to make other assumptions and take away more stuff of the American rights, so forth. 38% of the South reports to owning firearms, 27% in the West, and 21% in the eastern U.S. Now, that was in 2012. Well, since all of the shootings in the schools and all of the shootings everywhere else, you see firearms in certain places, the percentage drops because I believe if you saw on the news, one town, they all were handing in their firearms to tables, to giving them back to the city, giving them back to saying, hey, we don't want them, we want to reduce crime. Well, if you look in other countries such as Britain, you will see that reducing firearms doesn't really help because the vigilantes, attackers, whatever you would wish to call them, they are going to find a way to have a firearm. When the police are running around with a nightstick, tell me what good is the nightstick going to do against an assault rifle? It will not do any good at all. So, that is why I believe we should keep our firearm rights, although I also believe that um, we should have firearm safety. We should be taught exactly what to do with the firearm. Also, I believe people should also go through certain mental processes, mental checkpoints, to see if they are stable enough to own a firearm. I believe that would reduce the accidents. I believe that parents that own firearms should keep them locked away, not exactly on a glass display table. I believe they should be put away so their kids cannot see them. I believe the kids should also be taught about firearms at an early age. That way, little Johnny doesn't wander in an apartment or wander in his mom and dad's room and like, oh, what's in that closet? Gets a firearm. He's feeling sad. He goes to school and shoots a teacher. It's just certain things like that, which is why they should be taught about them. They should learn about them. It's just main things like that. But that is what I have to give to you today. I hope you can take it. I hope you can use it. Um, I certainly hope I did not steer you against firearms in any way. I just hope that you will take more knowledge into what exactly the Second Amendment is and what exactly an assault rifle is and what exactly are we doing when carrying a firearm. That is what I want you to learn and that's what I want you to know. Thank you.